All right, so I got up this morning and I wanted to fill you in on what's happened over the last 24 hours. Um, so this pertains to my Altvault, which is the other product that I have that we're getting ready to launch, or right at the verge of launching. Um, and just so you know, that's a security case. It's about the size of an iPhone Plus. It's got multiple inserts in it. It's trackable via the little tile devices. It's got a tether on it. You can lock it down to anything. It's got RFID capabilities, lockable. It's got a bunch of different features. And pretty soon what I'm going to do also, just so people can see what I'm developing and building, you can see, I'm going to put pictures of these things up. And then I'll also put a link to the video we've shot for Altvault. So anyways, over the last 24 hours, with Altvault, we've come to the edge of having to get the product out there. And we've already got things set up so we can launch. You know, we've got a few different streams where we've sparked interest. We've got something working with QVC, not directly with them, but through a gentleman who can get products in there. We've got some stuff with a medical side of it because we have an insert that goes into it that you can store opioids. We really wanted to create something that would affect that. So we've come to this point where now we have to do the marketing side of things, and we anticipated one thing, and because I am new to this, we're all new to this, we have one person in the group that has some idea of investing and getting things going, but not in the product field. And so everybody that's involved in this has just been learning one thing after the other. So now we've come to the point where we have to spend to do marketing, and we didn't anticipate some of the costs. And we need about $20,000. So we're trying to come up with different ways to do it. You know, there's the route of going to get the business loan. There's, do you ask some family? Do you ask, do you try to crowdfund that? You know, do whatever it is. You know, we do have these options. I will say that the family thing, it would be really cool if you invested with your family and the product takes off, because then it's a blessing to them, it's a blessing to you, everybody's happy. But the downside of that is that it can really affect your relationship if it doesn't work out. And that's something that I've kind of personally decided to stay away from as best as I can. I don't really go down that road. Not because I don't want to involve my family or have it, like I said, be a blessing, something awesome, but it's too risky. So that one's out. The business loan is an option on the table, because when you split it in a few different ways, it breaks down, and it's like, well, the amount of money that you need, we probably would borrow more than the 20,000. Now after learning the things we've learned and just trying to make sure that we have enough to do whatever the next level is. So there is that option. Some advice that people have given me, and I've heard from watching different people out there, is don't mortgage your house, don't spend more money than you can afford to lose. And I don't really feel like you can necessarily afford to lose money, but you know, you've got to, if you lose 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is, it's not going to cause you to lose everything. So there's that path. The crowdfunding, doing a separate crowdfunding for the 20,000 is definitely an option, you know, to get friends, and that is a way you can get friends and family involved, when they're just giving without expecting any return. So those are the three options. There's other options out there, but this has just happened over the last 24 hours where we now come to this point where we have to come up with this money to do this. We could always do it without coming up with that, but it's just wouldn't be right. You know, it just would be a half-cocked launch, and we do risk. You know, we would risk, and maybe it would explode, and then on the other side, maybe it wouldn't. And all the time and the effort to do our first launch, getting our product out to as many people as possible for them to see this, we want it to be the best. We want to get the best reaction we can. So that's where we are with this. But I said it in my last video, you just got to keep pushing. You just You just gotta, you know, find an option. And it doesn't mean that this isn't hard, because it stinks. It's a gut punch every time one of these things happen. But I'll say for sure, when you're getting yourself off the ground, I'm learning and I'm finding that there are so many obstacles, flat out. If I had done this so many times before this, I would just know what to do, and I'd have the cash flow to just pump it into it and be done. But I don't. And so we have to be very creative and very strategic on what we do. So I hope that's encouraging to anyone out there who would see this. You just keep going, don't quit. Just keep moving forward. If you're at a place in a business thing that you're doing, and you've hit a wall, and I know what it feels like, it hurts, because you get such momentum, and then to have to stop so abruptly, it never feels good. But just keep going, enjoy the day. Thanks for watching.